Well, we'll get to it. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay, so we'll get to it later on in the show. You know what? I'm going to quickly say this. The views of Rich Rada and Jeff Bosey are not of those of Gov's Radio, Gov's Comedy Club, or any of its affiliates or sponsors.
I, I would
Because
I would like to add that most of the people who attend comedy shows at any of the three governors' clubs, McGuire's, the Brokerage, or Governors in Levittown, concur 100% with the take I will have with Jeff Bosey tonight.
there you go.
100%.
Because I don't know. Lately, I don't know. I don't know if you want to call it tasting the Saliani juice or whatever it is, or I took a bite out of his Quiznos restaurant,
Don't go
whatever it
there.
was. Because you want to know what? Like I said, I don't know what we're doing. I have no idea. Not what like with the show. I'm just talking about we're in phase one. What does phase one actually mean? I got done hearing about this in Long Island, and they're talking about. So that's one thing that's a little bit on my mind. And then, like I said, I'm tired of watching still people drive around with the mask on. Okay,
We're
I'm
live.
done with it. I'm so done with it. I mean, like you get done hearing about people, they're fainting from keeping the mask on from jogging. They're, whatever the case is, they're getting into accidents because of the mask is on, and it fogs up their glasses because they didn't get the proper vision from their company. I don't care. Stop wearing the mask in your vehicle. It's not needed. It's for purposes of being outside of your vehicle. And or if you're jogging, that means you're going ahead, you're running past somebody. Okay? It's not, it's got, like I said, you're supposed to wear it when you're in a group of people or where people you might think is sick or whatever the case may be for medical reasons. At first, it was for people who were sick to prevent other people from catching it. But people are walking around with, I don't know, dental floss over their face, if you can call it that. At the very least. I mean, I'm walking around with a dust mask. I don't know what I'm preventing coming in or out, besides the bullshit that comes out of my mouth every single week. But nevertheless, how are you, Rich?
I'm good. We're live on Facebook for those of you who are interested. That's what I was just messing around with a little bit. And
Great.
So feel free to heckle, do whatever. Jeff, while we get rocking and rolling, I wanted to make a one quick little announcement about Teespring.
Yes, go for it.
Okay.
While you do that, I'm going to share. Meanwhile, everyone who's viewing also should go ahead, take the time to share, like, love, and all the wonderful things that go on with the Facebook community. Back to you, Rich.
I agree. So, teespring.com. If you go to Teespring, T-E-E, Spring. If you can't spell spring, please turn off your radio or Facebook. Teespring.com. Scroll down to the search and go to Gov's Radio. And from there, you can see all of your favorite Gov's Radio personalities. I can tell you right now, I don't believe that the living legend Jeff Bosey and I are on that. However, it's okay. They got a lot of great personalities there. Say again?
You're a little choppy for some reason. You're
choppy?
working on my X sketch, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. So if you go there, you can get merch for any of your favorite Gov's Radio personalities. And if you take a picture of yourself with that merch, shirt, mug, or something like that, hat, and you send it in through the website, you will be eligible for free tickets to a Gov's comedy show. And by the way, they will be reopening soon, so these tickets are going to be a nice little perk. So that's teespring.com. And eventually they will have the Jeff Bosey calendar, I'm sure, 12 sexy poses for 12 wonderful months. Anyway, back to you, Mr. Bosey, about your phase one bitching.
So, at any rate, I'm glad to know that we finally got to phase one. It still hasn't dwindled down to where I'm a Long Island prissy bitch and I need to go visit the hair salon, a.k.a. the barber for men, and get my haircut finally completed, other than the semi-decent butcher job that I allowed my two kids to hold scissors. Of course, it was, with the sharp point towards my head, and clippers to go ahead and like, I don't know if there was like, for some reason, I never knew that after a haircut, I needed like Band-Aids, gauze pads to stop the never-ending bleeding that was going on behind my ear that day.
It was. I'm not going to lie to you. Normally, I would pay money to watch somebody beat you, but I was a little worried that you were going to lose an ear or something.
It was 40 minutes of torture that somebody within my household decided they're like, hey, let's go live and show the world how we go ahead and torture Jeff Bosey, which was entertainment for all to see.
I'd like to torture. I'd like to torture Jeff Bosey, and I'd also like to say hello to our buddy Don Sill, who is tuning in, and one of our faves, Mike Zimmelman, smart and funny and young. So I pretty much don't like him. He's 0 for 3 in my book. But while we got Don Sill viewing, I would like to let everybody know that the reason, if you look behind my old raggedy gray head, you'll see the handsome Jeff Bosey and what appears to be a houseplant. We are the crew at No Rhyme, No Reason, and we have a vast crew working behind the scenes of this dominant radio show here, are working feverishly with the people from Pazuzu. And we are trying to put together this what I would consider an elite comic competition. Mr. Jeff Bosey versus a houseplant. And if
You're kidding me?
If Don Sill can make this happen, now I'm not saying I think you're the favorite. I don't know if you'd win, but I think you'd be the favorite. So I already have the poster made behind me. I'm just looking for Don to give us a date when you can either take on a ficus or a fern or even a cactus. I mean, I think you'd be in over your head with a cactus, but I would give you pretty good odds with a ficus.
Listen, it's bad enough that I have a possible mythical date of June 26th to perform. Okay? I don't know if it's going to happen that fast. The way Cuomo's going ahead and going, if you hear any inkling of something going on with the numbers, stop what you're doing and roll it back to the way I like it, which is no work, stay closed. So, with that being said, not only do I have to sit there and pray the Lord that I remember something of my miscellaneous amount of minutes that I have lurking in my head.
Not a chance.
No. But, then to top it off, I have to adjust it because of the screwed up times.
The funniest thing that I've seen you do in the last 3 months was get a haircut on your patio. Now,
man, my 18 by 18 square.
If you could bring your kids to do that for you on stage, you'd have a shot at getting some audience response. Otherwise, a rusty Jeff Bosey, then I'm just going to tell you right now, I would bet my money on the plant.
Yeah, but, and the funny thing is, you bring up me versus a plant. Needless to say, I'll probably have the same voting results. They'll probably vote for the plant. It's green. It's making nature better.
Which year?
Let's vote for the plant.
What year? Refresh my memory. What year did you win Pazuzu again?
2000 and never.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, really? What year did I fail and lose to that? It's great being the butt of everybody's jokes. I mean, literally, I have Tony Walker from Knock It. He brings it up every now and again. It's like, Pazuzu loser, and then how did I feel about Tim, taking his size 13 and stomping against my head as if I was like like a kickball in grade school, and then I have you every single week. Listen. When does the fun end?
I pick on you, but I'd be in the crowd and I wouldn't root for the houseplant that much. I would root
that
for you.
much. Notice that.
I would root for you, but I think it's an even matchup. So if we could put this together again, we have our crack team from No Rhyme No Reason working with Don Sill's people. What I would pay a lot of money for. Now I'm not saying I'm not a gambling man. I don't know if you'd win or not. But I think what would be most evenly matched would be Benny Rizzuti roasting a plant.
I can't. I can't. Really?
Not smoke.
Okay.
I didn't say smoking. I said roasting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, I think
So-
that would be pretty evenly matched as well. So if Don can make this happen, again, I have no problem going to the nursery to pick up pick up your competitor. You know, we'll make this happen. So get your stuff in order is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, how do I go ahead and let's just hypothetically say I have a joke that revolves around going to a hospital. How do I even bring it up? Where do you go? Like, yeah, sure, you went to a hospital. Which one? Yeah,
Well,
you know,
you-
kind of like how certain garage man. Let me bring up this one too. Hold on. This is where my my anger's getting a little bit much in ahead of me. With Garage Man going ahead, and he performed at a hospital. And then I noticed he was lurking in the background. He was commenting. Nowhere's to be found today in the comments. But he was going ahead and he was pressuring and asking you and asking me, hey, I didn't get my gift card. And I was like, you do know it went out in the mail. The mail,
Was it
okay?
received?
How? What?
Was it received?
I have no clue. Hasn't said anything. Hasn't responded saying, oh, by the way, Jeff or Rich, I got my gift card to a place that I went ahead and complained about. Good for you, you shit. But moving on, nowhere to be found. Disappeared. But you want to know what? Maybe he's doing a comedy show at one of the local hospitals or nursing homes. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. I don't know. And I don't care. Hi.
Fair enough. So you started this little rant of yours before you got your panties in a wad there about the phase 1 opening.
Yes.
So
Phase 1.
listen,
I got sidetracked.
tomorrow for Long Island, it's a big day. We get phase 1 opening now. I know phase 1 is construction, manufacturing, curbside retail, and in-store pickup. And this is a big one too for some of the women you used to date. Forestry, fishing, and hunting. So I know you used to have that lumberjack fetish back before you met your wife.
It was the beard thing.
It was a beard thing. And the plaid. I know. You're big into the plaid shirts. But so that's phase 1. The big one for people on Long Island is going to be when phase 2 starts because, wow. I mean, and you know, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be looking forward to a little bit of a haircut myself because this is horrifying. But people are looking to go to a salon like they're giving out the vaccine. You know, they are really not everybody's got a beautiful head of hair like yours. You know,
Well, to be fair, this has taken about 41 years of perfection to go on. So it's not something that you could do overnight. This thing takes practice. There's certain shampoos.
Is there shampoo in there?
There is shampoo in there. Hey, listen, if some of it happens to drip down below and I use it for, other purposes, that's all to the eye of the beholder. But nevertheless, I go ahead and I take care of this bad boy because, listen, I do remember what my barber said to me 30 years ago. He said to me, he's like,
no tip.
whatever you have. Well, hold on. Let me do it in my worst Italian accent because everyone's been doing horrible Italian accents lately. He said, whatever you have on top of your head at the age of 30. You see, it sucks. I can't do an Italian accent because I'm a dumb Pollock. Moving on. Just whatever you have at 30, that's what you keep. And I'm sitting there and I looked in the mirror at the age of 31, just in case I gave it another 365 days. I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it and I'll run to the bank.
So wait, you're sticking to the story that you use shampoo and you don't just use the same bar of soap that you wipe your ass with and put on your head, and you don't have any hair. You don't need shampoo.
Listen,
Who you kidding?
Listen, shampoo and not only that.
No, don't say it.
Okay,
Don't say it.
It's gotta be scented coconut.
I thought you were gonna say.
Or
I thought you were gonna
this
say.
coconut.
Thought you were gonna say you're using conditioner as well because.
Oh no!
Not
Come on!
happening.
Come on!
No.
No!
So it has to be coconut.
Yes, coconut for the coconut. Coconut for the coconut.
Fair enough. So are you excited about you feel phase 1, phase 2 go smooth?
I believe phase 1 should go smooth because it's pretty much the same thing, other than you're opening the doors to a couple of other places that are finally like going to get that musty, nasty mildew smell because the doors have been locked for 3 months. So that's the only thing that's going to. So we're all still walking around with our masks. We're all still, wearing the gloves, like we should.
Are we?
Yeah, the majority of us. I mean, unless you have like that person in the video from Staten Island where everyone turned into the invasion of the body snatchers, and they saw the one woman going down the aisle of the frozen peas, and they pulled her out. They're like, because she didn't have her mask on. Maybe, 1 or 2 people. But nevertheless, we're all trying to, listen to the rules and trying to.
Why do you air quote the rules? I feel like you feel like they're overreacting. Like 100,000 people died, but you feel like, let it go.
Okay. Listen, we go ahead, we had rules in place, and we closed the doors to businesses all around, okay? And I'm on that market of you can close all the little stores and every little thing, but we'll have Home Depot, we'll have Walmart, where your local white trash gathers for their weekly shopping events and to where they get to show off their finest of clothing. And then all the other big gigantic stores, these are and BJ's and I just wanted to say BJ's. But nevertheless, these gigantic chain stores, nope, they're open, but mom and pop kettle shop that goes ahead and wants to sell us a ladder, and then the other small places they want to just try to make a living because they're mom and pop. No, you got to close them. They're not essential. Can't do it. We couldn't go ahead and wear the mask, wear the gloves, wash our hands like we're supposed to, and not like barbarians.
But you're talking about 2 different things. So you're not saying you don't think the virus was a bad thing or real thing. You're saying that the way they closed certain businesses and left other businesses open. But when you're not watering down the virus at all, because you're just kind of angry the way they did the businesses.
No, I'm totally against the way they acted as far as holy shit, we're gonna close these people, but anyone over here that makes the stock market just a little bit better, we're gonna keep those fuckers open. Absolutely. I'm not watering down the virus. It's a sad thing. It was a tragic thing. It's a continuing thing. God knows when it's going to end. We'll never know until finally one day becomes hey, remember that time back in 2020? That's the only time that I'll sit there and breathe a sigh of relief where we can go ahead and go back to saying back in 2020. Until then, we could have gone ahead. We're not that mentally out there that we can't follow certain rules. Like I said,
hold on. You couldn't be more wrong. Did you see some of the things on Long Island that this past weekend that places in Suffolk County, which aren't even allowed to be open yet, opened up and had full-blown outside seating and table areas full of people drinking? That you're telling me they can't? Listen, people will only follow rules if they're being impacted by what's going on. If someone in your family's not sick, most people don't give a shit if they're wearing a mask because it doesn't affect them. It's like if you have a good job and you're making money, yeah, you feel bad for people, but not as bad as you would feel if you were one of them. So I think you're giving people too much credit. I mean, half the people we see on social media are crying they got to wear a mask. The other half are saying, I'm not leaving my house until Christmas.
And you want to know what? And those are the same people that are driving around with the mask on in their car, getting into accidents or whatever the case may be. Like I said, aside from the wackos and the mentally insane that are out there, people that might be, a little bit like you, me, and everyone else that we might know, not all of them, just some. Like I said, let me give you an example. Let's say I wanted to go to the barber, right? Wanted to go to the barber, sit in the chair, fine. Maybe he only has 2 people in his store at a time. 2 people, okay, at a time. Okay, so you're not getting the hot shave. So you're not getting the ball rub. So you're not getting your nose hairs trimmed. Oh well, you're getting your hair cut so you look like somewhat of not of a caveman. But you go ahead, you sit, like I said, once again, dust mask. That's all I've been sporting around. Okay, how hard is it to take your one hand, right? Your one hand, not wrapped around your head, not the strap, because that will fuck him up because God knows when he graduated barber school. You go like this and hold it while he cuts your hair. Done. He made $13 to cut your hair times however many people you were able to fit in throughout the day, and he could have stayed open. He could have been making money.
But your assumption, which of course as usual is way off, is that the only thing that transmitted this disease was people breathing through a mask. So all the people touching stuff, going in hand to hand, all that interaction. That's a danger. Look at the hair salon where they infected 140 people. I mean,
wait a minute.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Did you not just get done hearing the news of where they all of a sudden say, "Oh, it may not be. We were still testing and learning about the disease. It may not live on these surfaces that long." In the beginning, it was, "Don't touch the air that's around you. Don't touch anything. Don't touch your box. Don't touch a doorknob. Don't touch the cup of coffee. Don't touch your wife. Don't touch anybody." Well, you can touch other people's wives. But still, you went ahead. You couldn't touch nothing. Now it's like, I can touch a couple of things. It's not that bad. I mean, but don't forget to wash your hands.
But
here's flexing around everything.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. You're right. Maybe they went extremely over the top, and people don't follow half of what they're told. You have people. Listen, we have people that we know that have been crying for 9 weeks because it's an inconvenience for them to have to, not be able to do something or whatever as people are dying and getting sick. People are selfish and people, listen, I'm not saying anybody wants to see anybody die or anything, but most people will step over somebody as long as they can go get their sandwich or go get a haircut. Now,
we do that anyways.
Yeah, more importantly.
We do that anyways.
More importantly, though, your barber rubs your balls, did you say?
Well, hey, listen. I mean, when you're going to go ahead.
You said haircut, and this was the order you gave it in. Haircut,
and ball rub,
nose hair.
Ball rub. Because tell me, you're not sitting in the chair and then Sergio comes around and nubs your elbows with his ball sack every now and again accidentally? The ball rub. You've never gotten the ball rub.
Wait, he's rubbing your balls?
No, he's not touching my balls.
So you're rubbing his balls.
Why are we having a conversation about balls first off? This is going a totally different direction.
You brought it up.
I was just stating the fact that when he cuts his hair, every now and again, you accidentally have a crotch rub up against your elbow. It happens.
And you accidentally use coconut shampoo and you accidentally rub balls with your elbows. Okay.
No, not with my elbows. I mean, never mind. Moving on. How about you go ahead and feed off some of our of the sponsors or whatever it might be.
Speaking of which, I want to give a little bit of a shout out because during the quarantine and the pandemic, Gov's Radio has been awesome, and Governors itself has really been doing everything to support local businesses alike. We want to give a shout out to Hopscotch Bottle Shop. This is a cool place.
Boy.
My twin sister lives down the road from this place. For all I know, she hangs out there. It's 848 Long Island Avenue in Deer Park. Hopscotch Bottle Shop. This is a great, really cool place. A lot of craft beer stuff, booze, everything. 631-492-9125. You can go to their website, hopscotchny.com. You can stop in. You can order online. You can order by phone. You got curbside pickup or delivery. They're open Monday to Saturday, 12 to 9, and Sunday, 12 to 6. Craft beer, if you're into craft beer, I know you'll drink anything, Bose, but if you're into craft beer, they got a...
maybe coconut.
Yeah, they probably have something coconutty. Maybe you could grab it with your elbows and drink it. They got a big selection of cans, bottles, and 10 rotating taps. So, listen, again, try to stop in or call and order from Hopscotch Bottle Shop, 631-492-9125. Support the small businessman. So,
Well, out of all of that so far, Don Sill has already went ahead and gone to his local florist and picked up a fern and getting it ready for when Pususu gets knocked off on its feet again. Yeah, thank you. So, and then Mr. Tony Walker's all excited because he got to watch Eric out of the shower, and now he's wondering what really goes on in my shower. So, thank you, Mr. Walker. There.
I could tell you what doesn't go on in your shower, which is hygiene. There's no way.
I am the most cleanliest person that there is. I wash my hands. I sanitize
Did you
my
watch
hands.
Eric take a shower?
No, I don't got time to watch that. Everybody else around America watched it. I'm not going to sit there and watch that. I mean, not because I went ahead and I screenshot it. But anyways, back to what other things. I really would like to go ahead, and if everybody ever has a chance, check out these two wonderful comedians, other than me and Rich. Chris Monty, Rich Walker. Everything is old is new again.
Funny stuff.
Yes, very, very funny stuff. They premiere every Tuesday, new episodes. Check them out. Very funny. Everything old is new again. Very great stuff. They're fantastic guys.
They have a future. I think they got a chance.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, other than us.
Yep. Hey, Bose, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Obviously, everybody wants to get their hair cut and they get their nose hair clipped and their balls rubbed, or vice versa, or rub balls, whatever it is they do. After that, though, the two that people are really excited about, other than getting back to work, is Phase 3, Phase 4. Phase 3, in restaurant dining again, where you can actually go in places and hang and eat. And Phase 4, which is what they're considering the arts, the entertainment, and educational venues. Hey, comedy, entertainment, all that stuff, shows, things we'd be able to get to. Those are the two that I think, after being in the house for 10, 12 weeks, people are ready to go to. Listen, honestly, people would probably even pay to go see you perform at this point.
Let me ask you. I didn't even hear about this up till recently. It was like it snuck up about Phase 1. So when do you think that the possibility of Phase 3 and 4 will be in our earshot?
I think, again, I've been optimistic the whole time for this reason. I erred on the side of pessimism for this, to be optimistic, but I hunkered down right away because I thought if everyone hunkered down right away, then we could beat this thing. And also for selfish reasons. Look, my mom's 87. She's in a nursing home. I haven't seen her in 2.5 months. My twin sister lives in Deer Park. She's got, a compromised immune situation. I haven't seen her in over 2 months. These are people, and my son lives 15 minutes away from me. I've barely seen him for 15 minutes in 2 months, So for selfish reasons, I said, let me hunker down. My girlfriend's parents are in their 80s. They live next door to us. So we went DEFCON, 3, 2, 1 right away. And
your audio cuts in and out every now and again. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. So anyway, that being said, I feel a lot of people did the same thing. I'm hoping that when we open up that we don't take that 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And I have a feeling that you're going to see Phase 3 within, I think a month from today. We're sitting here going, where you want to go to eat? And now, what the capacity of the dining room is going to be, I don't know. But I think at some point, if no one's sick, what's the difference if there's 100 people or 50 people in the room? So that's going to be the big thing. And then the comedy clubs and everything, I think, will be open. And I think people are going to be looking to laugh. So you or this Fern better really step up the game is what I'm saying.
I mean, if let's say these restaurants open, I mean, I'm just curious, what would Chili's opening thing be?
What is it with you and Chili's, for the love of God, every week with Chili's? Did you get molested by a dumpster at Chili's or something? What happened to you?
I mean, come on, think about it. I mean, Chili's baby back ribs, don't you dare sneeze.
They have baby back ribs at Chili's?
I never heard the pizza song ever.
I got nieces that work at their competitor, so I go to the competitor. Sorry.
Okay, so great. So you go to Hooters. Wonderful. Anyways.
Grandma's got to make
my first one of the year.
Grandma's got to make a living, buddy. So
hey, listen, if you can wear those push-up bras and those Leotards. It
Yeah.
works.
So what's your prognosis? What do you feel? You think phase 3, phase 4? What's your thoughts? You think 6 weeks from now we're in the little room, we're in the big room watching shows, we're watching.
Well, you know what? I would love for life to get back at any sort of capacity whatsoever. We take our precautions. We be a little cautious than what we were before. And for God's sake, people, if you haven't learned anything from this, learn to go ahead, wash your damn hands, take your fingers out of your nose, stop picking your ass, and learn how to be a decent human being and learn some damn hygiene, okay? The soap hasn't gone up in price that much. You can't find a paper towel to save your life, but, nevertheless, take a shower, wash your hands, buy those little sanitizers when they're not $18 a bottle. Oh, here's another thing. When people take moments in life that are serious for others and they learn to prophesize, don't get me wrong, it's the American way. Prophesizing off of people's demise. Don't know why, but they do it. I walked into a store and they were selling a full bottle. It was hand sanitizer. Once again, hand sanitizer. The thing had, I swear, it must have been like a bottle of water with like 4 drops of alcohol to give it the smell of sanitizer. And it said, keep your world sanitized and social distance. I was like, and you're selling this shit? You have the nerve to prophesize over something serious that's going on? I hope you take your bottles of sanitizer, drink it down. No, don't say that. Because then we can have a Trump thing. So moving on, I just take the bottle of sanitizer that you're trying to sell and shove it up your ass because that's wrong. Don't do that.
You should probably, judging by what you do when you're out, I'm assuming you should also wash your elbows.
Well, I haven't had to wash my elbows in 3 months because places have been closed because people don't know how to go ahead and live life. They don't know how to conduct themselves in a manner that would go ahead and be beneficial for everybody else. So I understand. Listen, don't get me wrong. I understand, the whole, the leisure stuff.
You seem angry today. You seem a little angry. Like, I feel like you had a bad day at work. I feel like this. Did you have the long weekend? Did you get Fridays? Did you get Saturday, Sunday, Monday off? Because you sound like you need a Snickers bar a little bit. You sound a little bit like a bitch right now.
I'm sounding like a Karen. No.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't even know where the hell that term came from, Karen. I don't get it. Karens, Amy's, and whoever else is out there that has the name. That's the other thing that's going on. Just the world has turned into a big, gigantic bowl of shit. And it's like, and then I had the weekend. It was wonderful. I blew away a couple $100 on the grill because my other one decided it wanted to take a shit on me. And I was like, oh, what timing. It's the Memorial Day weekend. And not that I use that for an excuse, that I had 3 days off. And I go ahead and I proudly display my flags of appreciation towards the Marines, towards prisoners of war, and my American flag in front of my house. I appreciate those people who served our country. But when it comes to as far as having like a 3-day mini vacation, I'm doing quotes. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like Nixon. So, but anyways, I get to spend time with my kids finally. I wanted to go ahead and start the grill and be able to cook versus me getting shit and DiGiorno. Moving on, and I can't wait for Chili's to open up also. But my grill took a crap, so I had to go buy another grill. And I'm out there on, it was a Saturday or whatever it was. I was sweating my ass off trying to put this damn thing together because it's like IKEA furniture because, I didn't buy it pre-assembled. But moving on, so that put a little niche into the whole 3-day.
You sound
like you said,
like the whiniest guy on Long Island right now.
The whiniest white guy on Long Island. That was first world problems right there.
You're like,
but it was a tease.
Oh, my barbecue. Wah.
It's a tease. It's a tease. The fact that I'm like trying to enjoy life, but I can't fully enjoy it to where I have all these things available to me. And now they're talking about phase 1. And I was like, what's in phase 1? construction. What else, Rich?
Manufacturing,
Manufacturing. What about
curbside,
pending?
curbside retail.
Okay, so what now? Retail. Are we talking about clothing?
Yeah.
So how do I go ahead and am I getting like checking my size out in the open?
Well, in your case, you'd go online and look for something with an elastic waistband, and have them bring it out to the curb so you can pick it up.
Well, I'm not talking about my onesies that I buy
Oh.
because I have a frequent urination problem.
Right.
I'm not talking about that.
Something
If I want to go ahead and get like a shirt or a pair of pants,
Yeah,
and
you can do that. You just can't go in the store right now and browse through the racks yet.
okay.
But
now,
that's in phase 2. In-store retail will be open. Now I don't know if they're going to limit, if it's going to be like the running of the bulls and they're just going to let everybody in, or they're going to have a head count minimum or something maximum. But whatever it is, you'll still be able to go out. I've seen you out in public at events. You don't look like a guy who actually does any clothes shopping. So I think you'll be.
No,
okay.
I don't. If I do go clothes shopping, it's usually at your local, like thrift shop, because I can't afford anything. The family takes it all. They bleed me dry. I'm lucky if I have like a couple of nickels to rub together to get coffee throughout the week. But
at least you got a new barbecue.
And this just in from Mr. Long Island, Felix Unger. Felix Rizzuto. I don't know his last name. I can't remember. But he wanted to have a cannoli, and this is coming from a man who had a moment with his freezer where he was reaching for a hot dog that he was looking for from 1989 in the back, and he pulled his arm. I don't know what it is. Something about hot dogs and freezers. I don't want to know. I don't care to know. But I'm not having your cannoli, you sick bastard.
Well, Bose, take a breather. I'm gonna let our viewing public here know a little bit about Govs Radio. And
okay.
All right, so go have a cannoli and hold on for a minute.
All right.
So we want to let everybody know that Govs Radio greatly appreciates everybody tuning in during the quarantine times and the pandemic, and what's the word everybody loves to use? Uncertain times, right? That's what we're in, uncertain times. Whatever. Anyway, we want to let you know, Jeff and I, because even though we have our own little show here, a little 168th of the week, we like to tell everybody about Govs Radio and what's going on there. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 to 1, you get Sally O'Neill and Tony Walker for Knock 'em Dead Radio. Now, that's the best three-legged comedy show you're ever going to hear, okay? They do a lot of great things going on there. 11 to 1, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesdays, that day when Tony and Sally are off, you get a nice little break there, and you get Danielle and Eric doing Chick Chat, and they've had some great shows. And if you didn't see Danielle's live singing performance, go check it out. Danielle Asher, she did a great job from her living room / whatever, could have been anywhere, the den. Every day, 2 o'clock during this quarantine, Govs Radio has been doing something really cool. They've been doing something called Quarantine Life. And every day,
starring
everybody, all your Govs favorite people.
I'm joking.
All your Govs talent, on-air personalities, and people in the clubs. They've been doing it 2 o'clock every day. So if you tune in, you get a lot of really funny stuff. Tim Saliani did one; it was amazing.
Oh my God! Let's talk about that for a quick second. Tim Saliani did his quarantine thing on it was yesterday, and oh my God, he put so much work into that.
Yes, he did.
It was incredibly funny.
Right.
Loved it, and I really wish that man does more, because that was bottom line the funniest shit that I've been able to hear and resonate in my ears in a long time.
It was good.
That was
really
absolute
good.
perfection.
Yep. So every day, 2 o'clock, tune in for Quarantine Life. Mondays, 6:30, okay? You get the Steve Show, Steve and Steve, but right now it's Steve and Emily. It's a good listen, 6:30 on Mondays. 8 o'clock, Joe's Acoustic Mondays, the Jam Show, with Joe DiGesu, okay? And the guy's killing it. He sounds fantastic. Tuesdays, 12:30, you got Chef Felix, the COVID-19 Iron Chef show. And
Where he has a frozen hot dog and some cannolis.
That's right. And 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, you got the Wort with Mike and Pete. And if you like beer, you definitely want to tune in and listen to this. It's a great show on beer. Wednesdays, 7:30, our friends Bonnie, Mandy, and Tony. Tony's been working, so he hasn't been on with them. But Mandy and Bonnie have been carrying Three's Company. It's at 7:30 on Wednesdays. 9 o'clock, you get the punk rap, etc.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to interject on a whole bunch of these. I don't think it's that Tony's been working. I think he's been trying to gather his sanity.
Anyway.
Think of that. Think about it. Give the man some credit.
Thursdays, 6:30.
Okay.
Zenkuda Soul Space. And 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on Thursdays, 9 o'clock-ish, 9:15-ish. You got what we like to call organized chaos. Limo talk with Graz. Listen in, you get Bobby and Richie and Graz and whoever knows.
Michael Toole.
Usually it's stadium seating when they're on, so enjoy it. It's a great show. Fridays, 8 o'clock. There's a special quarantine live show. It's been with Mandy and her husband. It's been very interesting. They've been doing all kinds of fun things. 9:15, my faves, Domestic Disturbance, 9:15 on Fridays.
Yes.
Tim Saliani, Carla Okerson, and Mike Keegan. If you're not watching this, you're missing out. Last week's show was unbelievable. They had Bobby Collins. They interviewed him, and it was hilarious. Saturdays, 11 o'clock, A New Day with Joaquin and Sharon. 5:30, our buddy Tom Galati does Cars and Comedy. And 7 o'clock, Pazuzu. Put Up, Shut Up, or Stand Up with Don Sill. That's why we're trying to get this to happen, Mr. Bozy and the Houseplant. And those are all the shows. I think if I missed anybody, apologies. But thank you to everyone who tunes in on Govs Radio and supports the station. And I know that everybody at Govs, it's a really great bunch of people. And believe me, they've taken a lot of pride in hopefully giving people some laughs during this whole thing. And keep it going, man. Keep it going.
So now, I'm just curious also. What was like? When do we get to go ahead and have like no more congregations than 10 or more people? When is that again?
I'm assuming it's going to be if phase 3 is rocking and rolling, because how can you do it with restaurants and venues and entertainment if you're limiting to 10 people? Although I've been to your shows, I don't think that's a worry. I think you'll be okay.
I'm not worried about. Jesus, I'm not that vain where I believe that everything is about me. But let's talk about me just for a little bit.
Okay.
The one thing is why is because I would love to finally. Don't get me wrong. I love being able to stay in this dungeon that I call a shop till about 7:30 with you every Tuesday, because that's the highlight of my week. And but I would like to go ahead, get in the studio where it's professionally done, and then have our little whatever we're going to have set up. That's way it moves a little bit smoother, and we're not having you chop in and out, and then people can't see me. Not that they would, because they would have to go ahead and like jab their eyes out with pencils if they took a closer look where I'm up in person with them. But, just to finally be back in the studio and not have to worry about this back and forth stuff in the Zoom and this and that. And then, you know what? Listen, God bless all the comedians that actually do this for a living, but have not returned back to work, which I feel bad for. But I mean, God damn it. I mean, you know what? They're trying their best. They're going insane. They're doing these lives and Zooms and like podcasts. And it's like I every time I see them do a podcast, I'm watching them, and it's like a little bit of their soul is getting ripped away from them. It makes me cry a little bit, because they need to get back out in their element. They need to get back performing and entertaining the way it should be, not to where it's like, I'm still alive.
But it's easier. It's easier to perform in public again if you're alive, right? So, look, 10, 12 weeks of shit is worth, getting rid of this thing and
let me ask you this.
on.
What if we're going to do the what if game? What if this all pushed until September, October?
And everyone came out of it okay?
Well, for the most part.
Listen, again, I'm going to
Same numbers. Same numbers.
Great.
But October, November.
Look, if September, October comes and I'm able to go see my mom because she didn't die from this virus, and my sister, and my son, and my girlfriend's parents, and everybody else, you know what? Yeah. Now,
what about the other girlfriend on the side?
Her parents too. Nice people. Okay. Yeah. No, always take care of me during the holidays. Real good people. You've met them. I think you call them in-laws.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, it's shit, man. It's a shit time. Bottom line, it's a shit time. But you know what? You got a drinking problem going on over there? What's going on over there?
No, I had a delay like someone earlier today, and it just finally resonated. It just finally like sunk into my head. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
So my thing is this. Look, look, listen. I'm not eligible for. I'm not on unemployment. I don't get any of that stuff. I would love to be able to get something out of this, but I've been working each day. Got the new office set up in the house, so now, you know, if I wasn't showing your pretty face in this plant, you'd see the new digs. But you know what? I'm okay. I think that as much as people look, Jeff, me and you, man, we've been to how many shows and how many out and abouts, and I love being out. I love going out and doing all that stuff. I love seeing my friends. I love seeing my family. But you know what? We're grown-ups. We don't have to have a hissy fit over everything. Everything's not a conspiracy by the government. Everything isn't, you know, they're trying to this, they're trying to that. Everyone politicized a freaking disease. It's a virus. It doesn't vote. It doesn't do any of that stuff. So I think.
Don't get me. I truly don't want to get started on the idiotic Republicans that go ahead and they want to bury their nose and smell some fucking turd muffins, and then the maniac freaking Democrats who cry about every goddamn thing as well. Listen, I'm strictly down the middle. I'm a people person, and I want society to get back to normal without having to politicize this pandemic. It's bullshit. It truly is bullshit.
But we're closer to the end. God willing, we're closer to the end than the beginning. I think it's going to be good. And I think that, you know, listen, I look at it this way. You and I are in a business for we're a teeny little piece of an awesome, you know, entertainment industry, the Long Island comedy scene. We're such a small speck of it, right? Compared to all these guys that, you know, you brought up guys before like Monty and Walker and you know the Keegans and the Carlas and Tim, all the people who do the real shows, right?
Collins.
Right. Then you get us. We dabble in this thing as, you know, as a side thing, but we're gonna have the ability when this is all over to hopefully help people go out, have a good time, have some beers, you know, and hopefully, you know, I've seen your set. Hopefully, get one laugh, and you know, and it'll be good, and hopefully that laugh is enough to beat this plant. You know, but I think it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be good, and I think that we're going to come out of this pretty good.
Listen, I swear, if and when Don has his show back. And he does have to go up against the plant. And if I lose against the plant because of a voting thing, I am strictly going to go ahead the next day and make a personal phone call about it.
Well, let me tell you something. I will be the, I don't know, maybe I'll be the guy who does the commercial in the hockey jersey during your challenge, you against the plant.
It doesn't stop. I got Don saying he just landed a Chinese evergreen to take me on. Okay? It doesn't stop. Ever.
You know what? If it was imported, you got to wait. It's got to wait 14 days. You can't fight it for 14 days. It's quarantine. So you're okay.
Great. So that's 14 days more people can vote for the damn evergreen.
Well, this time, listen, I know you don't mind losing because you're not a sore loser, but at least try and have your own kids vote for you this time and not the plant.
Anyways,
so what's your what are you excited the most about? Come on, tomorrow's phase 1, man. What do you got to be fired up for something?
What am I going to do? I'm going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but you don't work 24 hours a day.
Same thing.
Come on.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to be doing the same thing I've been doing. Like I said, all phase 1 is a pickle tickle. That's all it is. It's a pickle tickle to society. You know, and then like I said, if it doesn't work, and elbows, yes. elbows deep, as they would say in a German movie. But moving on from that, you're still going to be living life the same way. You're still going to be wondering what's going on and when the next phase is going to happen.
By the way, Bose,
yeah.
Tim Saliani has agreed to write jokes for the plant.
Really? That's the kind of love I get, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking about love, if you have a chance, for the people who are watching, don't forget to hit the share and like button. And if you get a chance, share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies. Share it across the mountaintop. It was in the song somewhere. I heard it. I'm pretty sure.
No,
but
no,
hit the likes. I don't see any likes, any loves. You want to know why? They're deciding on it. They're in their voting phase, and they're deciding whether to hit a damn button or not. How easy it is just to hit a couple of buttons and move it on. And then maybe we'll have more than a couple of hundred viewers. Maybe we'll be in the 1,000 mark one day. No, okay.
Yeah. But
it was worth a try. It was worth a try. It's like you can't
look. We're competing against people like Tim has a whole graphics department. It took me 45 minutes to cut and paste you and this fern. Okay, we're outmatched, man. We're outwitted. We're outmatched. I mean, they got, Tim's got the skill set. Keegan's a funny fucker. Carla's funny and attractive. I get you.
Well, truth be told, I'm not that bad looking because you want to know why? Coconut shampoo to keep all of this lavish hair.
I'm going to have a hard time for the whole week until we do our next show trying to figure out at what age, and you don't have to tell us now because what are you, 41 now?
Yes.
What
41.
age did you first do the elbow ball grab? How old were you?
Okay, number one, I didn't grab. It was the elbows brushed up against. And that was about, like I said, I think it was about 11.
Is your tip, do you ever determine the amount of your tip
on the length of time on ball rub? Absolutely.
So okay. Now, is it more for more or less for more? Which way do you go?
It's all depending on who's behind my head that day.
Now, is it the same guy who's been doing this to your head for years, or do you mix it up?
Well, no. I unfortunately, barbers don't live for a year and a day. So unfortunately, and then top it off, I moved from Queens out to my first world problems of Long Island, and I had to find. I went through Russians, I went through Italians, and for some odd reason, the only one that knows really how to cut hair is Dominican. I don't know why. They have something about them that they know how to cut hair.
What is there to cutting your hair? I mean, it looks like a kid from like school could do it. Like your son is how old?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what was happening. Is that a kid from junior elementary school cut my head?
And I'm not gonna lie, you look the same.
I look a lot better than when I had that, like like I was getting ready to go to a Woodstock concert and get ready to go ahead and slap some mud on my ass and impregnate someone.
Sounds like a Tuesday.
No, that's Wednesdays. Remember, Tuesdays I'm here with you.
So, Bose, we got a couple minutes left.
Yes.
And this is the most twisted I've seen you in 5 weeks. You seem, honestly, if anyone needs a little bit of a slap and a Snickers bar, it's you right now. So my question to you is,
you have no idea.
My question to you is,
I should start doing drugs. No, that's not good.
No.
Go ahead.
My question to you is, since last Tuesday.
Yes.
Now, last Tuesday, if you remember, we had a little bit of a positive spin on our social media person of the week. We awarded it to a little birthday young lady, right?
Yes.
And they were much appreciative. But this week, I'm sensing that you might have somebody that's gotten under your skin a little bit, and maybe you want to go and resort back. Now, you don't have to. You could pick somebody you like, or do you have a putz of the week that you are, eager to call out?
You know what? Every week we go ahead, and by the way, folks and ladies and gentlemen, the weekly, minute but yet as generous as we could possibly become giveaway will absolutely, and I'm saying this right now, come to an end once the studio's open. But we're doing this because, you know what? We got to try to give back because we're still not in phase 4 of opening up to the world. I don't know about liking. I mean, I guess I generally like a decent amount of people. I can't give nothing to you because you're the co-host, and I don't want anything from you. The hates, I don't know.
Listen, I got a 25.
I don't know.
I have a $25 gift certificate for Cafe
Right.
Spiga, our buddy Chef Tommy Giordano at Cafe Spiga, that I would like to award to somebody in your
Now-
universe.
Now, it's not a like, it's not a hate. You want to know what it is?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. How about this? For any of the viewers that go ahead and take the time, all right? And if you can share to at least 3 of your friends and share the 3 groups, okay?
It sounds desperate. You sound desperate.
No. You want to know what? You go ahead and sit there and go up to the local homeless guy and say, hey, you're going to have to work for that buttered bagel. No, it's real simple. Let them do a little bit of work. They're on their phones all day anyways, but let them go ahead and earn it. And they're going to help out. Not only are they going to help out more than one person, they're going to help us become bigger and better. Well, I'll definitely become bigger because I'm eating a lot more. But they'll help us become better, and they get at the same time help out a local business. You're knocking off 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't see what's the harm in it.
So you're going to announce the winner tomorrow. We're going to do this in one day. Tomorrow you're going to announce the winner, and the winner is going to get, and let me reiterate, $25 gift certificate to Cafe Spiga. Chef Tommy Giordano, great food, great pizza. Even handsome John Butera has been working there during the old Jake's 58 shutdown.
Yes.
So, boy, talk about getting to see 2 handsome guys in one visit. Wear a mask probably over your eyes and over your nose just in case, so you don't have to see John. But tomorrow we will announce in 24 hours the winner of the Cafe Spiga gift certificate. Fair enough?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think that's absolutely fair.
Bose, we got a minute and a half left. Anything you're looking forward to in the coming week?
I am definitely looking forward to seeing another episode of Domestic Disturbance. I love seeing them every single time. I am looking forward to when you do your quarantine life. I can't wait for that to happen. That kind of dumb is going to happen. And you want to know what? Hopefully the weather stays like this. I hope for another decent weekend, and hopefully we can go ahead and get back to normal one day. And I wish nothing but the best of health and love to everyone.
Oh, so you're ending on a good note instead of the bitchy crab ass you've been for the last 58 minutes.
I want someone to like me. Maybe I'll go to heaven.
Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. Well, that was very lovely sentiments.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing some family. It'll be nice. I get to wave to my sister from across the street. We FaceTime. Oh, you haven't lived till you FaceTime with your 87-year-old mom, and she has no idea what she's looking at, and she's staring off into different directions. So that was good.
Where is he?
So we're looking forward to doing that again because that was a home run. But yeah, should be good. Looking forward to a great week. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and hopefully everybody who'll listen to us during the week. Listen, don't be afraid to put a comment in. I'm curious to see ideally what kind of plant you'd like to see Jeff Bosey compete against. And this would be great.
I can't wait. So don't forget to tune in next week where you get to see, once again, on No Rhyme, No Reason, Jeff Bosey and...
Rich Rader.
I thought you forgot your name.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.